because I get involved in my head that it's all about me. So there's a couple of questions that we have. They would tell you that. So here it is. What do you see as the biggest obstacle for you or the community that the community has overcome? What do you think is the biggest obstacle that the community has overcome?
Are we talking about the Latino community, or are we talking about the LGBT community?
Both. Together, not separately.
I think that the biggest obstacle is talking about being gay, and this. I mean, the fact that we're out in mainstream, whether it's an ideal portrayal or not, I think that that's something that's important to us. I think the biggest challenge, however, is this intersection of spirituality and religion, and I think that's something that still holds us back. And I think our sense of familia, I think when we're afraid of losing that thing that is so important, that base, then that is something that keeps us. But I think if we keep talking about this as familia, I think that's going to take us really, really far.
How does Norma, that would be you, feel from her personal experience exiting Mujeres Latinas en Acción and her PhD work? Is the healthiest way to come out to your work?
So first of all, even though I was devastated at the time, somebody once told me, just because you love mujeres, you are not mujeres. And so that's something that I've learned. And so all of those values, all of those lessons I take with me. And so this is what I take to my PhD work, is that all of those things I can cultivate and learn more about and share more about with other people. So that's something that nobody could take away from me. Coming out at work, I mean, I think you still have to you have to judge for yourself. What are the pros and cons? You know, is it important for you to come out? Is it important for your mental health to come out? Is it important for you? I think that's important. If you're not going to feel safe, if you know that you cannot risk losing your job, then that's something that you have to decide for yourself personally. And so it's a personal choice.
What can we do, and I'm not reading the names of these because they don't have names, just so you know. What can we do as a community to bring back Amigas Latinas? I don't know, I don't know if we need to, well, whatever. Go ahead, Norma.
When we talk about organizations doing something wonderfully and powerfully, you have to remember that there's different aspects, or there's different pieces that make these things be magical. And so Amigas was Amigas and did what they did because certain things fell into place, because you had wonderful people there with resources and perspectives and dedication. So of course Amigas is going to come back. It's not going to probably look as Amigas, but there's going to be a need to have an affinity group that is going to create homes, and it's going to create that living room environment that I went to that's still needed, and that's going to come back. And you just need to bring together some, you know, key players or key situations in order to have that happen again. It'll be good.
You heard it here first. Vives Q, it's coming back. All right. Do you think Mujeres Latinas en Acción has evolved in terms of LGBT issues? Do you think the leadership now has shaped the organization to be a safe space?
Yes, I do. I do. I think that there's still a lot of work that has to be done. I think there's still a lot of internalized homophobia. But I think that they're trying to make strides. I think that, you know, last time that I was there to visit, there were rainbows on the doors and rainbows on the front office, and there's a lot of organization. We have this wonderful out and proud Latina on the board. So I think that there's changes that are going to come from the top, from the inside, and from the bottom. So yes.
Okay, and I think that concludes the Q&A portion that I did successfully. So I want to give A really loud warm applause to Norma Seledon.